Okay, let's unlock this real quick, because this is what I want here. I think I just threw all of my... Come on! I think I just threw all my plastic in here. It's not really enough to get excited about. Okay, I'm gonna need to go grab the plastic then.
Milestone reached. Several parts more efficient and powerful than the human brain can now be made, to compensate for many deficiencies otherwise encountered in future development efforts. The blender enables you to mix and/or combine parts and fluids for more complex recipes. Most importantly, project part number 6, the assembly director system, should be produced and delivered to the space elevator as soon as possible.
Okay. Blend. That's not what I intended. Well, that is interesting. I was unaware of that. Alright, I guess what I should actually be asking is like fuel helps to spell it correctly. Okay, can I make this in the blender? No, I cannot. Okay, so time to start researching hard drives. Actually, wait, is there something here that I want to grab? That might not be a bad thing to grab. We could totally grab that. Ooh. Alright. I'll consider that off camera. Now let's have a look-see at this. I could unlock that. Probably unlock drone ports. Not quite. I don't really need drones at this time. This might not be a bad thing to unlock. So we'll just go ahead and unlock that while I have... Oh, wait, I need more aluminum. There we go. Wait, what are you? I need reinforced iron plates. Okay, I threw some in the shredder. Is it still... Nah, it looks like it's already ground up everything. How many coupons have I got? All that gave me only 3 coupons. Okay. What the heck? Alclad aluminum sheets. Yeah. Oh, I see. I have to wait for it to... Okay, yes, I'm an idiot. Okay, let's unlock some things here. This. Unlock this.
Programmable splitter unlocked. This upgrade to the smart splitter provides additional options to improve conveyor belt logistics.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Geothermal generator unlocked. Geysers added to the object scanner. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you deadly geothermal vents, run directly towards them and build generators. Use potentially lethal natural phenomena for your own benefit. It's the fix-it way.
That it is. Okay, so... Right, I need time crystals for that. Honestly, there's no reason why I couldn't just unlock all of this now. I need an object scanner. Okay, so what else do I need for this? So res, quartz, os. Okay. I'll grab a couple stacks of that because I think I need more than just 100 of them. Nope. I can't remember. What else did I need? Oh, I need... Oh. Okay, yeah, okay. I was concerned there for a minute that maybe I'd grabbed too many. Okay, so I need more nobles. So 100 nobles, 100 frames, and 100 computers or something. Computer. I need more computers. Another stack of computers. Nope. And what was the other thing? Motor. Okay. I think I have everything to unlock all this.
Pulse Nobelisk unlocked. This ammunition for the Nobelisk detonator generates a powerful shockwave capable of repelling nearby objects, including the user. Unrelated. Please ensure all your Fix-It liability waivers are up to date.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Frames, that was the other thing. Frame.
Explorer unlocked. This personnel transport vehicle facilitates rapid traversal of difficult terrain and climbs like a mountain goat that has returned from extinction.
I wasn't that impressed with it last time I used the thing.
Radar tower unlocked. The tower reveals resource nodes and other useful information on the map in a set radius from its location.
And this is completely useless to me, but I'll just unlock it anyway.
Object scanner magnetic sensitivity increased. It can now detect the signal of any hard drives at crash sites in your region.
Cool. Probably unlock that. I suspect turbo fuel is down that route. Okay, how close are we to that? Alright, not very close. Okay, so... I want sulfur. Do I just happen to have any sulfur? No, I do not. Okay. Okay, now if I remember correctly, I also need some frames to unlock this. Perfect.
Research completed. Experimental power generation research options are now available. These may enhance performance of other fuel sources.
Oh, both of these consume a hard drive. I did not anticipate that. Is that compacted coal? That is compacted coal. It requires compacted coal to open this up. Okay. Do I have any coal on me? Coal. I do not. Okay. Consume one of my precious hard drives to give me compacted coal.
Compacted coal unlocked. It is physically smaller and more powerful, but its carbon footprint remains enormous. This fuel upgrade can be used in coal-powered generators and vehicles.
Okay, so next I need 15 compacted coal. What does it take to make 15 compacted coal? Coal. Coal. Compacted coal. It can only be made in assembler. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Okay, so... Sounds like this thing's back. I'll go ahead and unlock the next, whatever thing. Plate.
Milestone reached. Fixit dedicated this milestone to the conveyor belt and lift Mark V. They may be implying that your factory could be further optimized. While they are correct, I believe they are setting unreasonable expectations. Having all of humanity very definitely relying on your work is a lot of pressure. It's a good thing I'm here.
Okie dokie. Okay, let's unlock some things. Starting with turbo fuel. Because I do actually kind of want that.
Turbo fuel unlocked. This upgrade to regular fuel is optimal for fuel-powered generators, jetpacks, and fulfilling long-distance trucker fantasies.
Okay, those are both rather expensive. I'm gonna grab this.
Explosive rebar unlocked. Rebar ammo that explodes on impact. Suitable for removal of unwanted obstacles, creatures, or limbs.
And I'll grab this.
Cluster Nobelisk unlocked. This type of Nobelisk detonates into multiple smaller explosions. Can be used for clearing large areas of vegetation and other inconveniences. Addendum. Inconveniences, in this case is not defined to include persistent family members, raccoons, student debt, the sunrise, peer performance reviews, neighbors learning to play the saxophone, phone calls, or your favorite show getting cancelled.
Not with that attitude, it's not. Alright. That seems pretty good. Pretty decent. Okay, so I've researched a bunch of hard drives. I think I got all the recipes that I really want. So I figure, you know what? Let's finish this up. I know this has absolutely nothing to do with the hard drives I was just talking about, but I've been kind of thinking about this. Like, I've got like 3 stacks of Mercer spheres now. I probably have pretty much all that I'm going to need, really. So, you know what? Screw it. Let's increase the capacity and the speed of upload.
Dimensional expansion finalized to 500%. Despite further efforts, parts could not be broken down further than their elementary particles, nor could the storage become more dense without the particles spontaneously reacting with one another and losing their deconfined state. Yet somehow more matter can now be stored in the same dimension.
We sang our growth song because we like your shallow efforts. Up and down are a shallow illusion, up and down disappear in the deep.
That is very thoughtful, I think. I appreciate the attempts at sharing scientific knowledge, however perhaps we should wait until we have a more optimal way of exchanging data.
And now faster.
Dimensional upload speed increased. Every particle now has encoded potential reconstruction memory for when any part using that particle is recalled, enabling instancing on the fundamental particle level.
You grow shifted the body chord flow cycle song of the sixth layer. Harmonious. Your cycle songs will only deepen the layers.
I'm always working on myself. The time will come.
Alright, and I'm not really sure I'm going to... I don't really need the power augmenter just yet, but you know what? Let's have a look.
Power augmenter unlocked. Summer sloops naturally harvest. Yes, harvest energy from distant sources and distribute it locally. The power augmenter supercharges summer sloops by feeding it local power, increasing its harvesting range and efficiency, and thus power output. Basically, the more power it's given, the more it provides.
Do not loop the loop organ. It will shred and tear and unravel the threads, many temples burned.
Good to know, that confirms that hypothesis.
Huh, okay, so I remember the singularity spell. This intricate condensed matter matrix is used to enhance the output of the alien augmenter. Initially developed in efforts to create human-made summer sloops, the alien power matrix cannot sustain the extra-dimensional energy connection on its own. However, it can effectively stabilize the energy stream of the summer sloop. Okay, so this is the fuel, I guess, that will boost the alien power augmenter to 30%. Okay, so it's going to be a while before I can actually finish up this line then. I was hoping that I could get it all done, but that's fine, whatever. We don't need to finish that up. Okay, so I was working on the starter base, got it set up so it would make turbo fuel for me, and while I was repainting pipes, I'll get to that later, the circuit popped and I fell out of the air. So I came over here to see what was going on, and well, obviously I had to hit maximum power generation. I thought I had a bit more headroom than I apparently did, so I doubled the number of coal generators, since we have 2 unused normal mines. Now they're all being used. And I made a rather interesting discovery that I just had to share. The coal burns at the same rate regardless of how much power is being used. I mean, look at this. This is, what, a seventh? Almost, just slightly more than like a seventh. The total amount of power being produced here. And it's still burning at the same rate as if it was all being used. I could have swore that the machines dialed back the burn rate so that the power output matched how much was actually being consumed, so that they were efficient, but that does not seem to be the case. Hold on. Why is this getting backed up? Okay. These are all good, right? And it looks good, so why is that one getting backed up while the others are not? Did I screw up somewhere? They're all burning, right? Kinda looks like it. You're not. Why aren't you? You got no fuel. Why you got no fuel? Okay, that fixed that. Okay, that also might explain why it wasn't quite the amount of power that I was expecting to get out of it. Maybe that explains that. I don't know, it still feels like we got a little backed up here. We are. Are there any others? Anyway, I can debug this off camera. So, yeah, found that interesting. It's consuming 100% regardless of how much power is actually being used. Which is interesting. I'm pretty sure the fuel generators are at least more efficient, but like that was kind of a surprising find. Like the biofuel burners don't work like this. So why do the coal generators work like this? I don't know. That's weird. Alright, time to power this thing on. Okay, so I said I would explain the pipe coloration. I've gone through and I've painted all of my pipes with what they're supposed to carry. The reason why is that while building this, I accidentally grabbed the wrong pipe and brought it over here, and it kind of was a good indicator that I needed to do something. Now, in my pre-release world, I started out trying to paint things, but then I came across a rather interesting problem in that there's only, I guess, 18 swatches that you can use for things. And as you can see, I have 5 already used just for like water, oil, heavy oil, fuel, and turbo fuel. And so there's just not enough for all the different products. So I gave up painting things entirely in that world. Well, no, that's not entirely true. There is kind of a solution that I did end up using, and that is the custom swatch in that world. And this does it on a pipe per pipe basis, so when you change this color, it doesn't change the color of all the pre-existing ones, so you can just use the same swatch over and over again, but that means you have to go through and put in the exact values every single time, and it's really quite annoying, whereas with this, I can like, oop, that's not what I meant to do. Like this, I can come in and make it shiny, and that should make all these shiny now. And I honestly can't tell if it made them shiny or not. Matte. Yeah, okay, so it's significantly less shiny now. But with the custom swatch option, you can't do that. Or at least you have to, if you make a change, you have to go through and find all the pipes with that change and manually apply that change. So I think that is actually what I ended up doing, but it's annoying. So I started out just wasn't gonna bother, but then I had that issue, and like, I do need the color separation for the pipes. So I'm going to strictly use this for fluids, because I think there is less than 18 different fluid types, so I can probably do that. Who knows? You also notice that I haven't made any turbo fuel whatsoever. I mean, the pipes technically aren't even assigned to anything yet. Definitely nothing anywhere. And the reason for that is because I was burning all the fuel. It was easier for it to push the fuel into the fuel generators than it was for it to actually move the fuel down the line here. So I've been tweaking things over here. It's easier to travel. So I've been tweaking things over here with the fuel. As you can probably see already, I added a fuel tower. Getting a little ahead of myself. So, to try to reduce the priority of the fuel generators, I made this little U-bend up higher, so that it requires more fuel to be in the system in order to actually reach the generators. This might actually be why my power grid blew the fuse, because it was no longer able to use this. Anyway, this has actually over what this can output. I believe these have a headroom of like 10 meters, and that is let's see. Maybe it could actually do that. But anyway, I wasn't quite sure of that, so I added in this water tower, well, I guess fuel tower. I lowered it so that the tower would have slightly higher priority so I could fill up the tank. Let's see. Let's turn this back on. We need to fill this up. Yeah, now, I'm not actually sure if this is going to work, because I don't know if this tank actually functions as like a actual thing, or if it's just like considered a really large pipe. My guess is it's just kind of a really large pipe, but I don't know that for certain. Does this thing say it has any head lift or anything like that? No, it does not. So, my guess is it's just considered a very large pipe to the system. Yep. Alright, so the idea is that the tower will have the water tower bug, which will give the thing the head lift to go over this U-bend, in the event that we are actually producing enough excess fuel to run the steam generators, to go over that and run the generators. Yep. I honestly don't think this is going to work at all.